What's going on, guys? It's your boy Mel, and welcome back to Mel Guy Gamer. I bring you top plays, top sports news, and breakdowns of the previous week. So if that interests you, please like, comment, and subscribe. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Oh, guys, I'm getting teary-eyed, man. I'm really getting teary-eyed. Like, this is so sad. The NFL season is coming to an end, and I literally feel like it just started yesterday. Only 4 teams remain in the NFL playoffs, and these 4 teams will be battling it out on Sunday in the conference championships. The championship before the championship, if you will. But nevertheless, after Sunday is done, there will be only 2 teams remaining in the NFL playoffs with a chance to win a Super Bowl title. Now for the matchups in this conference championship weekend. We have the Cincinnati Bengals traveling to Kansas City to face the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship Game. And in the NFC, we have the San Francisco 49ers traveling to Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia to face the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship Game. And these teams, I feel like, are truly the best teams in the league right now. I mean, 3 of the 4 teams in this year's conference championships were in the conference championships last year as well, with the Bengals facing the Chiefs in last year's AFC Championship and the 49ers facing the Rams in last year's NFC Championship. And I mean, the Eagles aren't too far removed from their Super Bowl title win in 2017. And they've made the playoffs 4 times since then, including this season, and they're right here again with a chance to go to another Super Bowl. And what I like about championship weekend the most is that the intensity is just amped up even more than any other game in this season, including the Super Bowl in my opinion. I mean, there's so much riding on this game because you're just trying to get to the Super Bowl. And the conference championship is just the last obstacle in your path to get there. Now, that's not saying that the Super Bowl isn't great and that I don't enjoy watching it, even though we've had a few Super Bowls that I may or may not have fallen asleep for. I'm looking at you, Super Bowl 53. But I mean, this year we have Rihanna for the halftime show. I mean, I can't fall asleep this time, right? But I don't know, I just feel like the conference championships are always going to be eyes glued to the TV worthy because of just how much both teams want to get to the Super Bowl and how much both teams have to prove. But okay, guys, that's enough. I'm gonna just shut my big mouth right now and get into what you guys really came to the video for. And that's some conference championship predictions. The first conference championship game that will be coming on at 3:30 on Sunday is the NFC Championship Game with the 2nd seeded San Francisco 49ers versus the 1st seeded Philadelphia Eagles. So the number 1 and the number 2 seed are facing off in the NFC Championship Game. The truly 2 best teams in the National Football Conference. And both of these teams had completely different paths of getting to this point. The Eagles were the favorite in the NFC for a majority of the season, as their first loss came in their 9th game of the season. And their other 2 losses came when their starting quarterback Jalen Hurts was out with an injury. And after securing the number 1 seed with their dominant play in the regular season, they absolutely demolished the Giants in their divisional game at home, and now seek to do the same thing against the Niners. And on the other hand, the 49ers started 3-4 but had a strong second half of the season, going on a 10-game winning streak to finish their season and beat out the Seahawks to win the NFC West and clinch that 2nd seed. And after 2 wins at home in the playoffs over their division rivals, the Seattle Seahawks, as well as the Dallas Cowboys, they have to go on the road for the first time in this year's playoffs and try to steal a win in Philadelphia. Now, these teams are truly 2 of the best in the league, with both teams having top 5 offenses, with the Eagles at number 3 and the Niners at number 5, as well as being neck and neck for the best defense in the league as well, with the Niners at number 1 only allowing 300.6 yards a game, and the Eagles at number 2 allowing just 301.6 yards a game. And while I do think this is still going to be a pretty good game, I do think the Eagles are the most prepared team right now. I mean, the Eagles were literally almost flawless throughout the entire season, and they would have finished with only 1 loss had Jalen Hurts not been injured in the latter stages of the season. And they've continued their dominance in the playoffs, and it truly looks scary for any team that chooses to line up against them. Their chemistry on offense combined with their suffocating defense, as they have the ability to both get after the quarterback as well as blanket the field in the secondary, makes for a deadly squad that literally works like a well-oiled machine. And while Brock Purdy has played outstanding in the games that he started in, I mean, he's still undefeated in the NFL. I also feel like he has not played a team much like the Eagles this year. And I've been saying it every game that in the playoffs, experience does win 9 times out of 10. But he's proved me wrong every time, as he's beat both the Seahawks and the Cowboys in the playoffs, as both teams have seasoned veterans commanding their teams. But for this game right here, I'm gonna have to say that the Eagles win in Philly 28-17. No shade to this year's NFC Championship game. I mean, I do still think it's going to be a good matchup. But the AFC game this year truly takes the cake as we have the 3rd seeded Cincinnati Bengals versus the number 1 seeded Kansas City Chiefs. And this is a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game where the Bengals beat the Chiefs 27-24 in overtime to advance to Super Bowl 56. And the Bengals started their season 4-4 and ended up going on an 8-game winning streak to close out their season, as they won the AFC North and clinched the 3rd seed with a 12-4 record. While the Chiefs were pretty dominant throughout, only losing 3 games in the entire season. One of them being a 27-24 loss against their opponent in this AFC Championship game, the Cincinnati Bengals. And this will be Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes' 4th head-to-head matchup. And I personally think this quarterback rivalry has the potential to be one of the best in NFL history. And now you probably heard this time and time again this week. I mean, the media is pushing this real hard. But I'm gonna say it, okay? Just one time. I'm just gonna say it one time and you don't have to hear it for the rest of the video. Joe Burrow, okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Joe Burrow is 3-0 versus Patrick Mahomes. Okay, I'm done. You're not hearing it from me again. Zip. Okay, here's the key. You don't have to hear it again. I know you probably heard that 6 times already just today. But I mean, yeah, the reality of it is that Burrow has been very dominant against Mahomes in his career thus far. And like I said in my YouTube short earlier this week, if you haven't watched that, definitely go ahead and do that like right now. Well, not right now, probably after the video. But Mahomes definitely has something to prove against Burrow. Because, I mean, against every other team, Mahomes pretty much just reigns supreme. But the Bengals and Burrow seem to be his kryptonite. And while I feel like last year the Bengals were somewhat of a Cinderella team, they made the playoffs, but nobody still was really talking about them much, and nobody really felt like they would get as far as they did. And then they beat the top-seeded Titans in the divisional round, and then they kind of put everybody on notice. And then they beat the Chiefs on the road, who have been pretty much the best team in the league these past few years, and that really had everybody shook. But for this year, they are for sure a legit threat to win it all, which makes this game just so hard to predict. Because both teams are truly teams that have the talent and the ability to bring back a championship to their city. And as far as rankings go, the Chiefs have the top offense in the league as well as the number 11 defense, while the Bengals have the number 8 offense and the number 16 defense. And I don't know if y'all have seen, but the Bengals players are literally naming the Chiefs stadium Arrowhead Burrowhead because of how dominant Joe Burrow has been over the Chiefs in his career.
We'll see y'all in Burrowhead. Yeah, baby. Let that sink in your mind. We'll see y'all in Burrowhead.
And while that 5-1 playoff record definitely speaks volumes to how dominant Burrow has been in the postseason, I think I'm gonna just have to go with the Chiefs on this one. I think they're really tired of the disrespect on their name, okay? I think they'll prove that the only team that runs Arrowhead Stadium, at least for now, is the Kansas City Chiefs. And y'all know how much I love my man Joe Brrrr, but I just cannot see Patrick Mahomes going down 4-0 in their head-to-head matches. I mean, I just can't. And I know Mahomes has his ankle injury. He was diagnosed with a high ankle sprain earlier this week. And yeah, it might limit his ability to move around and make the big plays that we're so accustomed to seeing from Patrick Mahomes. But I'm gonna tell you what, if it's one guy that can play and win on a high ankle sprain, it's Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he still went out there and dissected the entire Jags defense in the second half with his bad ankle. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take bad ankle Mahomes over probably 90% of the quarterbacks in the NFL. I mean, he's just that good.
So yeah, while I was running my mouth about Mahomes, I actually forgot to predict the score, but I think the Chiefs are going to win 31-24.
But yeah, guys, that is my predictions and analysis for the conference championship games this weekend. We have some good games in store, and I want to know from you guys, what teams do you have taking home the conference championship trophies and advancing to Super Bowl 57? Are you excited? Because I am literally ecstatic. I cannot wait to see it all play out. But yeah, guys, that is it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, please like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in to yet another video. I'm gonna keep the grind going for y'all, and make sure to check out some of my YouTube shorts. I post bangers over there as well. I love making those. They're so fun to make. They're very quick to make. They're usually roughly a minute, so yeah, it's super simple, super quick. And when I don't have time to make a video, I usually just put the information into a YouTube short. So yeah, don't miss none of those. I'll post good stuff over there too. But yeah, guys, I'll see you next time on Mel Guy Game. Have a safe rest of your day and enjoy conference championship weekend. I'm out. Peace. Whoa, that light is bright, but for the AFC Conference Championship. I said the AFC Conference Championship. 49ers traveling to Philadelphia to fight. No. It was the 2017 season, but they won it in 2018, right? Super Bowl 52. Yeah, oh, okay. They won it in 2018. Okay. So is it the 2017 Super Bowl or is it the 2018 Super Bowl? If the Eagles won in 2017, no, if the Eagles won the Super Bowl in 2018, does that mean they won the 2017 Super Bowl or they won the 2018 Super Bowl for the 2017 season? So I'm gonna just say 2017, okay? That's what I've been going on in my mind, okay? I'm gonna say 2017. That's easy for me. I'm gonna say 2017.